Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this particular video we are going to discuss about the another important functional interface which is nothing but predicate. Okay, so let's create a new class file so where we can explore how the predicate will work and what is predicate and all, right? Let's create a new class here and name it as a predicate example, and we need to have a main method in order to execute the class. Okay, let's talk about predicate. What is predicate? Okay, predicate is another functional interface which will always return the boolean as a result. Okay, the consumer, it doesn't have any output type, it will not return any data, but in the case of predicate it will always return the boolean as a return type. Let's create a simple predicate and we'll see what predicate contains. Let's open the predicate. Okay, predicate is under java.util.function. Before we implement something here, let's open the predicate and see what are the methods. See, as I said, it is a functional interface again. It has a one abstract method which is nothing but boolean test and a input parameter, right? So it is written in the boolean data, the input data, and it is going to be written either it is going to return a true or a false, and it does have some default methods and negate or. Okay, so basically the predicate, it's replacing our if conditions. It's not exactly a replace condition, it can be alternate. So if you see here, you can use the and method in the predicate, you can use the or method, and also you can use a negate method. So and method, we all know that if both conditions are satisfied, it will return true, right? And or condition, either one of them is true, it will return a true. What is negate? Negate, it will always return the opposite of the result. For example, if your particular predicate it returns true, so what the negate will do is it will return as a false, opposite to that. It will reverse your output and will send back as a response. Okay, let's implement that and we'll see. So predicate, as we all know, we have seen that it will accept one input parameter, right? So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an integer. So we can, okay, I need to check a particular number whether it's less than or 50 or something like that. Okay, so less than. So here the input method, or sorry, input parameter a, and since we have only one parameter, we don't need the brackets. A and the method body a greater than or equal to 50. That's all. See, this is pretty much simple statement. I'm going to pass a data to a predicate method which will return true or false. Here the condition is the input data is greater than or 50. Okay, so whenever you use this kind of conditions, make sure you're providing inside open and close parentheses, or else it will mess up the data. Okay, so now I know how to write a predicate, but how to test that? Let's pass some data and test it out. Okay, so as I said, it always return boolean, right? So we need to store the data in the boolean or result equaled. So less than, so the abstract method which you are going to use, test method. So I'm going to pass, for example, okay, let me pass 55. So we know that it has to return true because 55 is greater than 50. Okay, let's see result. Okay, let me run this and see what's gonna be the outcome. See, it is written true because 55 is greater than 50. If you try to modify the input parameters like 15, it has written the false. So this is how the predicate will work, correct? Okay, let's uh, add some more predicate method and we'll explore how the and or and negate methods are working. Okay, so now I have a method which will check whether it's a less than. I said it's a less than, but I put it a greater than here. So let me put it a less than. Okay, so just copy and paste it, and here it's greater than. Greater than. I'm going to check whether the input method is greater than or equal to 100. And we can have a one more method. Okay, let's copy paste it. Predicate equal to. So a is equal to 0. So now what we are going to do is we are going to test all of them. But what we used to do is greater than. Let's execute normally and we'll see what is the outcome of it. So what I'm going to do is greater than dot test. I'm going to pass 150. Of course, it has been true because 150 is greater than 100. Just run this. See, now you can see the true here, right? So just greater than. So let's copy paste and we'll try to implement all of them. Greater than, and this is going to be a less than, and this is going to be equal. Okay, so let's greater than, and it is going to be less than, and this is going to be equal to. So equal to 0, let's pass 0 here, and less than 150, and passing 50. Okay, let's run this. See, the greater than is true, so just check that out. Greater than test 150. 150 is greater than 100, so it is true, right? And less than, we are passing 150. 150 is not less than 100, so it is a false. Good. So equal, I'm passing 0. So the condition is whether the parameter is equal to 0. So it is written the true. But we don't have to do these many steps. Okay. So what we can do is let me comment these things, or I'll copy. One second. I'll copy these things. I'll put it in the bottom. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is less than dot and then see here it is able to identify equal to greater than less than, but in the previous example by consumer it is not able to identify whether those consumer belongs to that the same category, because both are different, but here everything is a predicate integer type, so it will identify easily all of them belongs to the same kind of data set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check less than and greater than dot and equal to. So, and we need to pass the test data. So what I'm going to pass is 150. So the 150 is we're passing to the all the method. So 150 is less than. So here it's a false, and here it is a true, and here it is a false again, right? So what will happen here? It will return the false. Let's try. Result is false. The reason is we are using unconditioned. We all know that unconditioned will it has to be satisfied the right side, left side. Both has to be written true. So then only it will return true. Correct? So let's try or I can say it's a result 1 and result 1. Let's copy paste it, and I need it as result 2 here. So I'm just checking. I don't want all of them. So I'm just checking less than or greater than dot test. So what I'm doing is result 2. I'm passing 150 to less than and the greater than predications. So 150 here it will check the less than. So 150 is the less than 50, it is a false. Okay, fine. And greater than 150 is greater than 100. So true. So the first one is returning false and second one is returning true. So since we are using OR condition, either one, if it is written a true, the outcome is going to be true. That is the basic logic, right? So let's run this. See, the OR returns true and the AND condition returns false because two conditions is getting false. Correct? So there is another method as we discussed that negate method, right? So we can use the same code. We'll see the outcome. So I'm going to use as a result 3 here, and this is going to be result 3. So and this is going to be result 3. Okay. So we all know that because we just executed this particular method, this particular piece of code will return true, right? So as we discussed, what the negate will do. Okay, I'm going to use a negate here. Negate dot test. See, less than dot or greater than dot negate, and the input data is 150. So I'm using the same thing, but additionally I used a negate. Now let's run this. We'll see the result. Run this. See, false. The same condition is written true here and it returns false here. So why it is happening? Because of the negate. The negate, what it will do, right? It will reverse the output. If it is written true, it send as a false. If it is a false, it send as a true. That is the functionality of negate. Okay. So from we are came to the end of this particular video. In the next video, we are going to continue the predicate, but we are going to use our person repository. I mean our person informations, right? So we are going to use that repository to apply the same functionality. Okay, thank you.